What's up, everybody? This is Sean.
This is Alan.
And this is Inside the Square, the wrestling podcast, coming at you almost every other week from sunny St. Mary's, California. What's good, Big Daddy?
Fastlane.
It's coming on tonight. Who you got?
Man, I got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins.
You think he going to take that belt?
Yes, 100% yes, but I think Damian Priest is going to cash in at the perfect time.
You know what?
When that match is over.
I agree with you. I think it might be time to cash it in.
Or Seth Rollins causing him the briefcase.
How would he cause him the briefcase, though?
No Judgment Day.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I could see Damian Priest cashing it in and winning it. But at the same time,
he would be a pretty good world heavyweight champion, in my opinion.
He's been around the wrestling scene for 20-some years. He's been wrestling
a long time.
Yes, he's been wrestling a long time. I mean,
they're going to pull the trigger.
He wrestled in Ring of Honor, Impact, Punishment Martinez. It'll cross a bunch of different indie factions. Dude has been wrestling a long time.
Yeah.
To start him off in NXT was kind of like not smart to me.
No, but it worked.
It worked for him, but at the same time, he's like LA Knight.
Yeah.
Them dudes been wrestling 20 years.
Yeah.
They'd have been everywhere. I don't understand why they started him off at NXT. Maybe it's just the way how they process set up, but it didn't make sense.
No, the main roster made more sense.
Yeah, he's a bigger than life character, and he appeals to a huge demographic.
You remember he was a really good United States champion?
That dude was a good North American champion when he was in NXT.
Yeah.
He wrestled everybody.
Everybody.
And I'm like, I don't know, man. I never understood why they started him out like that. I think he got the big push when he was wrestling with Bad Bunny.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted somebody that Bad Bunny could wrestle with that was, very experienced and, very similar to him because, both of them Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Both of them Puerto Rican. Damian Priest is from New York City. Bad Bunny's from Puerto Rico. But, like I said, I think he got a big push when he wrestled with Bad Bunny. And now he's like on the, he's in the zeitgeist. People really know who he is. They like him.
He's tag team champ.
He got he got a strap now.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Who else you got, Big Daddy?
Oh, man, this is going to be a tough match, but the triple threat match between Io Sky versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair is going to be pretty good.
I think that's going to be really good. I've been following Charlotte Flair on Instagram. She's a really good follow. If you don't, we don't get any money from telling you to go follow people. But I'm telling you, she's a really good follow, and I would recommend following her. She has an interesting life. Io Sky's awesome.
She is really awesome.
She's awesome.
I'm glad she won that belt.
I am too. I think she needed a shot to win it. She's been champion in Japan before.
Yeah.
She's been champion in NXT before.
Long time.
Yeah. So she's been successful. Like Asuka and Kairi Sane, they've been successful everywhere they've been at.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty awesome, man. I'm rooting for Io Sky.
Yeah. But Asuka, she's going to bring it.
Roman Reigns is supposed to come back after this pay-per-view, correct?
Yes. I think he's going to spear Rhea Ripley.
I like the dude, man. He's been, he's the forever champ. He's been champ a long-ass time.
3 years.
3 years, which is crazy in the modern era.
Almost 4 years.
And let me put it out there early. The dude's talented. He's good on the mic. He's good at marketing himself. And he has, like, the presence.
But I have to be brutally honest. I think he's boring.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think he's boring.
He doesn't show up full time. He used to.
I mean, he's been on the grind for 3 years. He's been on the grind for 3 years, bro.
He's a boring champion we ever had.
No, he's not. He at least
I thought Cody was going to beat him, but my mind's like, he ain't going to beat Roman. It's just like... Everybody saw it coming.
I think he could beat Roman. And
next year. Next year, he's going to beat Roman.
I think
no matter
the
what
way he could beat Roman is when Vince is not the chairman or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I think if it was Triple H, he would have already pulled the trigger a while ago.
But he could have done it to LA Knight.
Yeah, and speaking of LA Knight, I think, I've been reading different places, WrestleZone and a couple of other places. That guy's about to get a huge push.
Maybe against Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I don't think... this is me, my opinion. I don't think LA Knight should get a push over Cody. Because as popular as LA Knight is, he's not Cody Rhodes. He's not Cody. He's not.
It's going to be a tough one for the crowd.
Cody is uber special. He has the name. He has the in-ring acumen. And man, people love that dude. People love that dude, man.
Yeah.
He is like America's sweetheart right now in wrestling. And if they miss this opportunity to give him that push and say, oh, okay, LA Knight instead of... That's bullshit. I just don't agree with it. What do you think?
I kind of agree with it.
I just don't agree with it, man. I don't think... I like LA Knight. Let me preface it by saying that I really like him. I think he's really good in the ring, good talker. He's created his own buzz. But at the same time, Cody doesn't need to create a buzz. He already had a buzz.
I have to disagree with you. I think LA Knight has a bigger fan base than Cody does.
I don't think so, man. I really don't. Because when Cody, Cody goes into as soon as he comes out, his music pops, the crowd goes insane.
Yeah.
Goes in freaking insane.
Same as LA Knight.
No, it's different, man. It's bigger. Cody's been a bigger name for a long time.
Dang.
He has.
It's going to be a tough one.
We're going to see how that works out, man.
Until next year.
For those who don't know, Jade Cargill's officially signed with WWE.
For a multi-year contract.
Multi-year contract. It's interesting, and we've predicted this for the last several months that she would do this. Yeah. If you go back and listen to our other podcasts from different weeks, even months, we've been talking about this for probably 6 months. That she probably
almost 7.
Yeah, and now she's there. She's officially with them, and now we're wondering what brand is she going to actually start with.
She's going to start with Street Profits, in my opinion.
I hope she starts in the main roster.
Yes. Not NXT.
She might need the in-ring stuff with NXT, but that's totally up to them if they think she's ready for prime time. I mean, obviously, she's headlined a bunch of matches for AEW, but AEW is like B-level compared to WWE to a certain extent.
Or NWA.
They're way past NWA. They haven't been around as long as NWA, but their product is better.
Yeah.
But I think Jade Cargill, the way they're teasing it, it's going to be with the Street Profits.
Yeah, it is.
And the Hurt Business. So I think she'd be really good with them.
100%.
And I think it save, and we've talked about this previously on previous episodes, I think it saved Bianca Belair from having to turn heel.
I want to see her as a heel. It's just my opinion. It would work.
She was a really good heel in NXT.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if they've committed a lot of resources to her being a face.
Yeah, they did.
A lot of resources, and I'm telling you right now, she is one of those names that can headline pay-per-views.
Or WrestleMania.
Yeah. People tune in to watch her. Just like Becky Lynch, she commands ratings. People care.
Which dream match I want to see Jade Cargill with in WrestleMania next year? Bianca Belair.
Yeah, I've seen people talking about that and alluding that that's their dream match, and I think Bianca is a better wrestler than her.
Let's not go there.
And she's a better talker. She's way smoother. Correct me if I'm wrong.
But Jade Cargill is learning. You just got to learn how the process is.
Yeah, but you don't learn how to be the champ. You're the champ. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Bianca Belair has been champ a few times now.
Some fans are going to get on you on Jade Cargill again. I see it coming.
Yeah. Like I said last time, we got some crazy emails about Jade Cargill. We said something about her.
No, she's not perfect in the ring, but she looks the part, in my opinion.
I agree with you. But at the same time, you don't get to be the champ just by looking good. You gotta go out and compete. Tell a story in the ring. And that's why I think Bianca does a better job at her. Just my opinion. That and $8 to get you a Big Mac meal. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So Santos Escobar looks like he's going to be turning heel. He's going to be turning on Ray.
I see it coming.
I see it coming too, bro.
It's going to happen.
I like Santos Escobar.
They should have pulled the trigger on him for United States Championship.
I think, when he was a cruiserweight champion,
people cared.
People cared about the belt.
Yeah.
When he didn't have the belt, they kind of did away with it.
Yeah, they did.
And I'm telling you, he was a really good champion. He wrestled a lot of people.
Yeah, he only lost to one person.
Yeah. The dude was special, man.
Yeah.
He had the gimmick. He's, basically, he's really a luchador without the mask.
He gives me Eddie Guerrero vibes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He really does.
He's going to turn on Ray.
And there's something about him, man. He's just a really good wrestler, man. I really like to see him wrestle. And even when I saw him wrestle live, I was like, man, this dude can move.
He's quick like a cat.
He's quick. And he's strong, too. So I was like, I said, this dude might be, he might be in the company a long time. Yeah. He's special. But we'll see.
They should not waste the opportunity of him.
He's amazing. I agree with you. I think they should strike while the iron is hot. Give him that U.S. championship.
Or the Intercontinental Championship.
I don't think they're going to take that bet off Gunther.
No, not really. He's on the run to beat the devil.
Yeah, he is. And people, his matches have been classics.
Like with Ciampa, Gable.
The match.
Even Drew McIntyre.
The match he just had with Ciampa rather, was exceptional.
Yeah.
That's the best Ciampa match I've seen in a couple years. It was brutal. And he beat him clean.
Like, you thought Ciampa was going to pull it off.
I did not. I did not. I did not think for one moment that Ciampa was going to beat Gunther.
No,
not
he
even
hasn't
for one moment.
beaten him.
He's never beaten him.
Never.
In NXT or here. He's never beaten him.
Yeah.
Never. I remember when he was champ, him and a couple other people, they beat Imperium in a match. It was like a steel cage match or something.
Yeah.
And they beat him then, but he's never beaten him in solo competition.
Nah.
Ever.
Never.
And there's a lot of people who've never beaten Gunther from NXT or even on the main roster have never beaten him.
Instead of few people, like Ilya Dragunov.
Dragunov, and that leads me to another thing. Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes had the match of the year.
Match of the year.
Maybe
like second tier.
No, that was the best match I've seen all year.
It's not better than the Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus match.
I think it's up there. I think those two had... Let me back up. Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus had a knockdown, drag-out, slobber knocker match.
So good.
And it was steel cage. Which was wild as shit.
Zoe Stark attacked her in the end.
Right. But Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes had a clean match. No one interfered.
No Trick Williams.
And it was wild as shit.
It was so good.
I never seen, and I'm not a Carmelo Hayes fan. I'll come out and say it. I'm not a Carmelo Hayes fan.
I am.
I know you are. I'm a Dragunov fan. He's had two of the best matches I've seen in 10 years.
Like, was it better in the Gunther match?
No. But he and Gunther had like a different kind of match. So somebody had to say I quit. It was an I quit match. He ended up beating the hell out of Gunther and choking him out before the dude would give. I mean, he had to like literally beat him into the ground. Yeah. It was the most brutal match I'd ever seen in my life. It was like, besides the old territory matches with the cowbells and barbed wire and stuff like that, this was just two dudes just at it, at the peak of their game, going after it. And I was like, you could tell, it might have been scripted. It was scripted to a certain extent, but a lot of that shit was improvised, and it was brutal. And brutal. It at some points hard to watch.
Yeah, it was.
But the Carmelo Hayes match, it didn't equal it, but it was right up there.
Almost there.
Because I was like, Carmelo can't really keep up with this. And then he did.
He actually did.
He did. He kept up with him. And I was like really stunned. I was like, where is he getting this from? He got some reserve in the tank?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. So, I became a Carmelo Hayes fan last week. I became a Carmelo Hayes fan last week.
I think he's going to the main roster.
I think he's going to the main
Bobby
roster.
Lashley.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think they had some foreshadowing a few months ago They had a picture of Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and the Street Profits with Bobby Lashley. And someone said, what if this is the new Hurt Business? And I thought about it. I was like, And now it seems like it's all coming to fruition because Trick Williams, he won the North American Championship.
And lost it to Dominic Mysterio.
3 nights later, which is crazy.
Like, Dominic, he's in the peak of his career, in my opinion.
Yeah, Dom's top tier heel. Top heel right now. Top one.
Better than Seth Rollins?
Seth Rollins kind of straddles the line between heel and babyface.
Betweener.
Yeah, he's like a tweener. He's like an anti-hero type character.
Yeah.
Kind of like CM Punk was.
Yeah.
But probably a little bit more popular.
Yeah.
Right now in this moment in time. Which leads me to CM Punk.
I don't know how this is going to work.
I heard he might be coming back to WWE.
Like, maybe Survivor Series.
What do you think about that?
He would put on really good matches with people.
Would he, though?
He would have a really good match with Cody.
Would he, though?
Kinda.
I don't know, man. He didn't look sharp when he wrestled in AEW at all.
But in WWE, he's going to be better.
Why? Why would he be better? He's the same dude. He's old. Older. He's older. He's gotten older. And he's not in shape as he previously was.
To be.
Exactly. And he has a lot of baggage with some of the people at the company.
Yeah.
He said some crazy stuff about Vince. He said some crazy stuff about Triple H.
And Stephanie McMahon.
Triple H's wife.
Yeah.
He is, and from everything I've seen and heard about him, he's a cancer in the locker room.
Yeah, he is.
And you gonna tell me this is the guy you want to bring to your company?
Not a good idea.
I don't think it's a good idea, man. I just don't think it's a great idea.
Not a great idea, in my opinion.
It just, I don't know. I don't think he's the right dude.
Not really.
I don't think he's the right dude.
Not really.
But, WWE going to do what WWE is going to do. They got money. And they've let all these other wrestlers go. And he is still a big name. He still has millions of fans. Period.
Yeah.
And he moves the needle. So they probably going to sign him.
I think he's taking the AEW championship with them.
I think he probably will too.
Not a good idea.
He doesn't give a shit. Speaking of championships, Alex Shelley versus Josh Alexander. Impact.
That's gonna be so good.
I think Josh Alexander is gonna win that belt. I was kind of shocked Alex Shelley turned on him. I wasn't shocked, but
everybody saw it coming.
Everybody saw it coming, but you still was just like
Alex Shelley is a heel. I wouldn't agree with that.
And to his defense, Alex Shelley is just like Josh Alexander. They've been with the company a long time. So when you think of Impact, you think of him, and you think of Josh Alexander. You think of the X Division. You think of Moose. They're like the stalwarts. They're the people who've been there a long time, and you associate the company with.
Jeff
Jarrett too.
How long Alex Shelley's been champion for?
He's been champion for a little while now.
That's pretty good.
He's been champion for a little while.
It's pretty good.
What was it, 4 or 5 months now?
Yeah.
He's been champ a while.
Which is not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing. I'm hoping that if Josh wins the belt, that Moose don't come in and cash in on him like he did the last time.
What if Moose cashes in on Alex Shelley?
He could do that.
Yeah.
He could do that. I don't know how they're going to write that in. I would rather see Josh Alexander hold that belt for a while. But, Moose is a good champion too. He wrestles everybody.
He wrestled everyone.
Everyone. And he's a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of fans too. But if I was a betting man, and I'm not, I would let Josh Alexander win that belt and hold it for a little while before I let Moose or somebody else win it.
Yeah. He's with Myers still.
Yeah. And it's interesting because, we don't know who from WWE that they're going to sign. They're going to sign some of these people.
Maybe Dolph Ziggler.
He'd be perfect.
Yeah, he would.
He'd be perfect. I don't know if he'd be able to use his wrestling name because, I think WWE owns it. But I think he'd be perfect.
Really perfect.
I think he'd be perfect. And our last thing we're going to talk about today is Adam Copeland to AEW.
I don't agree with this.
Why not? I know you have
It's
really...
just like, I loved Adam Copeland in WWE, in my opinion.
And I know, see, Alan has a really strong opinion about it because Alan,
I grew up watching Edge.
Alan has no idea of Edge outside of WWE.
It's just like, I just don't agree with it.
Because Edge has been wrestling that long that my son has grown up to see this man in one singular company, which is amazing because, Alan's a young guy, I'm an old guy, but it's kind of weird to think that people my son's age, he's in his early 20s, only people he's ever seen Edge wrestle with is WWE superstars.
Yeah, that's it.
So now he's in AEW. He's a ratings machine.
Yeah, he is.
People are going to tune in to watch old man Edge wrestle.
He's going to wrestle full time, which is like he has to be careful with.
Yes, because he has a lot of surgeries.
Yeah.
And just like with Christian, it's interesting to see them back together, but
it's
on
weird.
Opposing sides.
It's weird.
Because they've been wrestling together off and on, been friends off and on for like almost 30 years.
That's a long time.
They're from the same part of Canada.
Like, you remember Christian Cage's promo with Adam Copeland?
That was crazy. That was
Christian Cage is gold, in my opinion.
That dude is hilarious.
100%.
100%.
I'm glad he got the TNT championship.
I think Edge may win a belt with them, and that might be the belt he wins.
Yeah. Or the AEW championship.
I think it'd be smart to put a belt on him.
Yeah.
Because he is a big name.
Yeah.
And he moves the needle. And it'd be smart for him to headline a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But, it's a lot of stuff going on. Just let us know what you think. Drop us a review, give us a rating, subscribe, whatever you got to do. But, please listen to our podcast. And if you got any kind of feedback, let us know. Till next time, see you down the road.
Bye.